This is the Milo Sweet Podcast, where you'll learn to get unstuck. Start now. Conquer life's challenges by learning to do difficult. Find quick and clever ways to overcome. Wait, did you think life was going to be easy? Remember, all of your excuses are now dead to me. Let's get started. Guess what time it is? It's time for you to hit the subscribe button and find just 1% that you think will benefit from this. But if you're feeling a little like generous, right? Or you're super free with your time right now, probably doing nothing because you're listening to this. Well, maybe if you're doing something, actually just make yourself free right now. Hit subscribe. What are you waiting for? Hit it. Come on. Hit subscribe. So how does one do that? Well, I actually have like a lot of questions. I'm trying to figure out which one to pick. But I guess I wonder, like, okay, you grew up without your dad. You find out you have the responsibility of changing this trajectory from down to upward. What is that like? And I mean, how does one do that?
I mean, it's simple. If you get lucky and get rich, it's a simple fix.
You think riches decide if you can change your kid's trajectory like that alone?
Of course, because
with no morals or integrity, no discipline, no work ethic?
You can still instill that in them, and it's very important that you do, because you got to think about, like, I think about it like, okay, somebody like Dwayne Wade, for instance. Okay, so his kids, it's a world out there that they will never know.
But is that a good thing?
No. It could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. But somebody got to come from the bottom, because the bottom is when you are humble. When you up top and you rich and, nobody can really touch you, you can't really be humble like that unless somebody gets some dirt on you and it's embarrassing. Then you get a humble. But growing up, having to think and plan out when to buy something, or, when you can do something, it humbles you. So when you do get to that level, some people are going to go crazy and go broke. But most people, sane people, they're going to, be conservative with their money. They're going to treat themselves. But, they're going to make sure they're conservative with their money and make sure that they're trying to invest that money, because you don't want to go backwards. You don't want to go back down. And with you having grown up in the quote unquote, urban environment, you can instill that in your children, to make sure that they have I guess street smarts. You know what I'm saying? Like street smarts, or like, hood sense, whatever you want, whatever name you want to call it. They're not little brats, you know what I'm saying? And feel entitled to anything and everything just because it's your money.
Well, yeah, they're not entitled to any of it because it's my money.
But if they grow up,
like, I made it,
they
you have
grow
to make your own life.
Everything. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is. They don't hear no a lot. Well,
I think it depends on the household. For me, if I was rich, my kids would grow up with making sure their needs are taken care of and some of their wants. And yes, there is a trickle-down effect. If I have to take a private jet, sure. But if they were going somewhere for their actual lives, they're not getting on my private jet. They have to figure out their way to get where they need to go.
There'll be opportunities for that child when they get older that, people like me and you won't have. They're starting. No, it's not. Maybe they're starting out. The race is not equal for them. They're starting out like they might be a full lap ahead of you. And you starting from, right? You starting from the very start. They start from the very start, but they already a lap ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? So
I
it's
see
not
what
the
you're
same.
saying.
But
So you said it's simple for you, meaning like your plan to change the trajectory is just, you said, to get rich, and what else?
no, not necessarily, get rich. Success, obviously. Uh,
Oh, successful. Okay. So do you think that alone changed the trajectory? Like, how do you, so you can be rich and
I think
successful
that
and a terrible
I think
father.
there's a
How do you
combination of
change?
things. Obviously, you know, you can never, teach somebody to be perfect or anything like that. You can, obviously tell them about your mistakes and try to guide them for as long as best you can, because that's the only thing anybody can really ask. But when you leave, when we depart this world, it's very important, extremely important, that you leave behind assets. Okay, it is your duty to do that. You are very irresponsible if you leave this world forever and you don't leave anything for your kids. Like, it makes no sense. Like,
Wow.
that is a lot of people get ahead in life because of that. Because you never know when that next Uber or whatever, something that you might be able to invest in, right? Because when you have the money to do it, right, you'll start looking into it. If you broke, why would you be looking to invest in anything? And a lot of people are wealthy or well off because of real estate. So if you leave, when I leave here, God willing, I want to leave my people. I want to leave my kids, a couple of million to divide up between themselves. And, I want to have a couple of buildings for them. And just like, that's going to give me peace when I leave here. I know their mind is right and I got some in their pockets. I don't feel bad. I wouldn't feel bad about leaving them millions or $1 million to divvy up, because that could help them too. And, I don't mind leaving them that money, because I know that their mind is right and they're going to do the right thing, and they understand. You need to understand that, hey, when I'm not coming back, you know what I'm saying? So you got to keep pushing this thing forward. You got to keep making sure that we go up. Even if it's just a little up, it's still up.
All right, that's another episode in the books. Hello? I said it's over. Why are you still listening? Like, seriously, the episode is over. If you're still listening right now, you know what? You're probably a chronic procrastinator. Guess what? I'm still listening to. Come on, for real, seriously. We gotta go do something productive. No, like, for real. No, for real. Okay, you can keep listening.